here I am. We had to finish up some emails. Just want to keep reminding y'all that I will be going out of town on Thursday, yes. I'm losing track of the days. So let's keep it super simple today. I might still do falsies, but I'm going to do falsies that are going to be easier to put on. This palette right here is kind of speaking to me. These tones right here. Maybe just that, and that. We'll just keep it really, really simple. Again, I'm trying to keep the holidays in mind. There's so much coming up. The holiday parties. Well, not for me, for y'all. I like to stay in my makeup room. So let's start with some eyeshadow base. But since I'm not going to be doing a wild, spicy look, I want to show you that I'm using a short, bristled, dense brush. And that's really important for creasing later. This is important. I also want you to notice that I'm not swiping like this. Do you see how swiping back and forth, it's really not as even? And it's going to be so much more even if we just tap it. No matter if you swipe with your eyeshadow, when it comes to this technique of base and this particular base, you're just going to get a more even application if you just press it all over the lid. I'm going to push it into my brows a little bit here, cover my little freckle. But it's really important to get this eyeshadow base completely even across the lid's face. So I need y'all to always remember this. The thinner the application is of the makeup, the longer everything is going to wear, and it's going to go on so much more smoothly. That comes to eyeshadow base, eyeshadow, foundations, primers, everything just needs to be completely thin and even. Even if we have to build something up, even if we're building up our foundation, we still just need to make sure that it's thin and even. You can build something up without it becoming too thick. It can be done, and I should do a video on that because that needs to be a visual. And then I need to tell you products because there are a few foundations that are very thin but pigmented, and I talk about that a lot. But we'll do a whole video on that situation. In the meantime, just remember, thin and even means longer lasting makeup. So we are going to use this palette, and I'm choosing these colors right here and this one. Might use that one, might not. But because I feel like a lot of us have these colors in a palette, I do like that this burgundy vibe is in here. Might need to do another look with it. But most of us probably already have these colors, so this will be really easy for you to recreate. And I'll save this to my highlights. So we're going to pick up that much of the product. I haven't used these Ciate shadows. I think it's been a while. I know I normally like them, but ooh, perfect. Pretty. So let's just go ahead and pack that into our crease using the side of the brush. Look how nicely that's blending and transitioning. That looks pretty. I'm just going to let it run so you can continue to see how I'm blending and how quickly this is going on. That was actually more pigmented than I thought it was going to be. That's nice. But most of us have this nice, warm, orangey, brown situation. I feel like this is a little bit more orange than MAC's soft brown, and I feel like most of us know that color. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of the same shade, build it up a little bit more there. There we go. So now let's grab this color from the palette and let's just smooth the brow bone. So we focused most of that right here, and then we'll take it over this way, smooth this out a little more, and then take it back over this way and smooth this out. Little tricks like this make such a difference in how smooth your eyeshadow looks. We're almost done with the eyeshadow. This is fast. And I feel like these colors look great on just about everyone. That's pretty. I like it. I mean, while I have you here, let's swatch this color. I just love how fiery that is. Let's swatch this color. And we're about to use this color, so I'm not going to swatch it. But let's see what's going on here. That's a good face. I didn't expect that. That's nice. Do you see how reflective that is? And then look at how pretty this one is. Nice and pigmented. Okay, Ciate. I'm glad I tried this. We'll have to try it out a couple more times. I really didn't, and I feel like this would be such a nice neutral palette if they're all going to perform that way, but let's keep on with it. We'll see. Let's not add it to the cart just yet. Do you ever notice that I don't ever wet my brushes? And there's a reason for that. Sometimes, not all the time, I don't want to say anything's wrong, but in my experience, I used to wet my brushes with MAC Fix Plus, all kinds of things, just water, and I would get hard pan. And what hard pan is when a film develops over the shadow, and then when we go to pick it up on our brush, we can't pick up the pigment. The tacky base doesn't do that. And also these brushes don't absorb product the same way. So if we just have our tacky base under there, it's going to look like we wet our brush. That looks wet, right? And then press it into the tacky base and our lid looks glassy. Isn't that pretty? Wow, I'm impressed. Stunning. This is going to be super easy. We're going to even use this brush, but it's very important that you pick up the brush here on, see where it's at? I know it's brown, so it's a little harder to see, but it's more towards the front of the brush. And then all I did was just relax my eye and I just tapped it right here. Turn to the side, tap it over that fold. A lot of times we don't realize, but if we just tap over the folds and then look down, I know we see that now, right? We see all that. That's hooded eye. And then just fill it in. Just tilt your head back and fill it in. And that's all we're gonna do. I'm gonna do the same thing and finish this one over here, just for a little bit of lift. Nice. Also want to say how pigmented that color was too. That's wonderful. I'm just gonna wipe my brush off on Sheila. It's actually bath day for Sheila. She didn't run away this time. And now that I've wiped it off, we can just soften any edges up top here. Just using the side of my brush. That'll do. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just a reminder here, while I pick the lash glue off my lashes, we do have our bundles. And all of them come individually packaged. So if you maybe already have a C41, but you don't have the C31, you could get it and gift the other things. It's just a thought. Also, those puffs, these little guys right here, they come in a set of 2, but they come in that cute little package. Oh, I don't have it here. It's super cute. Perfect stocking stuffer. Or if you just want to buy some new brushes. We got our bundles. I love them. Let's just look at them together. I'm really proud of them. Look at little floofers. It makes me all happy. I do want to tell y'all really quickly that it's surreal using products like, say, MAC Black Track eyeliner, using that with the E26 now, or using ColourPop Tassel, something I've been using for 6 or 7 years since it launched, but using it now with the E27, or using the Gucci bronzer that I've been using forever, using that with the C40, it's wild. It's wild to have brushes and using a puff with the Givenchy powder, and it's something that we designed and it's ours. It's wild. Okay, moving on. So I want you to see how tiny this lash band is. And I'm also going to recommend a more affordable pair. It's going to be the Ardell 576. I used them in that holiday look. Yes, I did. The one with the silver liner, if you check my page. But what we're looking for is a very, very small, very thin lash band. You just see how that just disappears? I'm going to pull it over a little bit more before it sets. I'm just pulling it more towards the inner part of my eye. let it get a little bit more tacky. And again, that's going to be normal until we pinch it down. Gotta love some lash applicators. I have a full lash tutorial too. Check my saved highlights. So I just had a really fun idea. This just looks very classic. Honestly, it looks bridal. But I thought it'd be fun to add some like holiday sparkling finishes. I'll film a video on it. That's what I'll post tonight. So it's not like you're gonna be left out in the dark. Because I might do the lip too. We'll see where this goes. I'm excited. Okay, let's finish the look. Oh, while I was sitting here, I just thought of a really good way to make blush last longer. I've been getting a lot of DMs on that. It came to me. I might have to hop off and film that. I'm sorry. Also, I think I found a highlighter that's really pretty too. Let's look at this. Are you ready for this? Now that was a lot. We're gonna use maybe half of that. Oh my gosh. Let's see how it is on this hand, but like really thinned out. That way we can make sure that we can see through it. Oh yeah, now we can see through it when the light hits it. Oh, that's such a small amount. I'm so excited. I'm excited. So this is now a Revlon foundation fan page. It is what it is. I'm gonna use this one again today. I absolutely love it. I've just been switching back and forth. This one is the more full coverage one. And it's stunning. I'm gonna use a little bit more than what I normally would because I feel in this cooler months, I like to wear a little extra makeup. I say cooler months, it is 80 degrees where I live currently. But still, it's December, right? And look how pretty that match is. So good. So good. Let's blend this in with my prototype situation. And then I'm going to hop off really quickly and film that video on how to get your blush to last. Ooh, that is stunning. Actually, I got too ahead of myself. We need to do concealer first, but let's finish watching the foundation blend because it's so satisfying. Told you, I'm wearing a little bit more than what I normally do. 80 is actually nice where I live though. It does get a little cooler. I live in Houston and I don't know if y'all ever think about the weather in Houston, but it can get very warm here in December, but we do get cold fronts. So it sometimes gets cold, but I think it snowed twice in my entire life here. And I've lived in Houston my entire life. And I remember it snowed on Christmas Eve in 2004 and my whole year was made. And then I think it snowed one other time, but it didn't really stay on the ground. Isn't this foundation pretty? And it wears beautifully. The snores are so loud today that I have to make sure that you'll know that that is my kitty cat, Jean Bean. He's an extra large orange boy. By extra large, he's just a big old boy. He's actually not overweight, but he is so he's so loud. I feel like sometimes y'all might think that it might be Ben snore. Ben would be mortified to snore, and he actually doesn't snore. My husband doesn't snore, but my cat and my dog both snore pretty outrageously. But I just want y'all to know that's actually not even like an English bulldog. That's that's Jean Bean. So let's use this concealer again because I love it. I was too tan this season for it. It was way too bright on me, but I'm all hidden from the sun now. And this concealer is just stunning again. And I love this formula, but remember, this is the conceal and hydrate one. So I need that hydration. But I was saying I need the hydrate. I don't even know what I'm saying, but I know I love this concealer, and let's blend it out. Let's grab our C31 to blend this out. Listen to the relaxing sounds of Jean. You know, I wish I could sleep that nicely. That's some sound sleeping. Ooh, that looks nice. can see it's brightening, but it has a lot of pigment. This is it. Here we go. This is a good lesson. This is a concealer that's very thin, but has a lot of pigment. And that's what you need to look for. I don't know if y'all remember the Cover FX custom enhancer drops. They were basically pigment drops. We need those back. Jean, Bubby. Anyways, if you remember that formula, that was a thin but super pigmented formula. After I blend this, I'm going to hop off and film the blush situation. It's going to take just a second. I will be right back. But let's finish watching this blend till this time runs out. Sometimes the captions pick up Jean snoring and y'all send it to me, and when I tell you, tears of laughter streaming down my face, I can't get over it. He's so loud, but he's so sweet. I can't wake him. He's an angel. There he goes. Oh, nope, there goes again. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, so I'm not finished with the blush technique yet, but I'm going to finish the rest of my face before I move on. But I do have the blush on, and you'll see what it is. And it's affordable. Yay! So I am setting the rest of my face, and I'm using my Sephora collection. Very affordable. And I'm not sure if that Sephora situation is still going on. They're having another sale. But I know it was going on. I'm sorry if it's not, and I'm sorry for even bringing it up. I'm sorry if you've missed it. But it was 30% off of Sephora collection, and this was included, and then the concealer was included. I'm trying to find the lid because I don't trust myself with open powder. But anyways, this was on sale. I believe it was $10.50 with the discount. Listen, how do we feel about not wearing bronzer? Because I'm going to add a little bit more blush, because remember, I also want to remind y'all that blush is the first thing that fades. We've heard that a million times. I know that we've heard that. But how do we feel about not wearing bronzer? Let's add, I'm gonna open this powder again. I knew I shouldn't have shut it, but I just get so feral with powder. So let's kind of set under here a little bit more. I'm not gonna bake because I'm gonna press this in until it completely disappears. He's snoring again. I wanna know your thoughts. Are we okay skipping it? Not forever, just today. Could it be a look? I feel like this is a look on its own once we get some lipstick on. I just feel like it's so smooth. And this is all looking so nice and lifted. I think we might. I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret while y'all decide. I'm going to grab that dark brown shadow. This one right here from the palette. And if you'll ever notice that my lash is completely glued down in the front, but sometimes it can look like it's lifting. And if you just take the smallest amount of even just a dark brown eyeshadow and just kind of continue that lash band, it gives the illusion that there's no way that your lashes could be lifting towards the front. Taking that same dark brown, I'm just going to lightly trace. I'm not going to extend it wildly, but we'll add a little bit of definition there, and then I'll just take that same, I'm using that same dark brown that we used here. We'll just take that all the way along the bottom lash line. So I'm gonna keep the lips pretty close to my natural lip color, so I'm gonna grab this lip liner from ColourPop. And I'm kind of using this as my lipstick too, so that's why I'm doing it first. And listen, I'm trying to dupe this one. In fact, I might do that today too. This, I know that it was absolutely wild. It went viral, but you know what? I'm gonna use this one, and I actually like this color better, and you're gonna see why. This is so pretty and sparkly, and so is this one, but this one just gives your lips this glow. This color is stunning. So put on your makeup seatbelts for that. And here. I wanted to show it to y'all. I'm so used to doing all of these videos where I have to talk and do my lips. All right, that should do it. So this is the Dior Maximizer, and this is 010, just double checking. And look at how pretty this is. Just wait till I get it all on the lips. To be fair, I'm not sure that it's worth this much, but if you're interested in it, I actually like this one more. And I haven't seen a color close to this. I feel like this and this, which might be a dupe. I mean, this is just so affordable. We'll try them on together and see. But I feel like that one's a little bit easier in color. It's just a nice goldy champagne. But this one's a little bit harder to dupe. It's gorgeous. I love it. All right, we are all done. I'm actually going to, like I said, this one's been harder to dupe, but I think I'm gonna go through later and try to dupe this one. I bought a bunch. The only thing is this really isn't a true gold. It's more of a champagne gold. So it's been harder. Also, it's plumping. But I don't want that to make it sound like, ooh, it's the best, because honestly mine wasn't as sparkly as Glamzilla's and I was mad. But then again, I think it might be because I'm just used to like blinding Queen Cosmetics fantastical fun time, so maybe that's what it was. It's a great product and it is sparkly, but I just don't know if it's worth that spicy price. So I'll try to find a dupe, and even if it's not just the most perfect dupe, does it matter? I love y'all so much. And for anyone that wanted to see bronzer, I feel like I've done so many looks similar to this, and I would have worn bronzer with all of them. So go check those out. Check my saved highlights. So much information, so many different looks. But I'm gonna be posting this blush. I'll post this tonight, and it's helpful too. I really try to make sure that if I'm duping something, obviously that'll be focused on the product, but everything else I post, I really try for it to be helpful. This foundation and blush looks fantastic. I would wear this to a holiday party in a second. But I will say I am going to hop off now. I'm done for the day here. But I am gonna go film like some more holiday spice, and I'm gonna find affordable products to add some more holiday spice to this. Maybe some glitter, some shimmer, some waterline. I do this every day and I forget what I'm saying. I just get excited because I found some good stuff. All right, I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much, that's what I was saying. And I will see you in the comments tonight.